That's a lot of growth. In this video, I'll share with you how I trellis my small Hoyas for healthy, beautiful growth. Whether you're a houseplant parent, new Hoya lover, or Hoya enthusiast, this video will help you create the perfect setup for your Hoya plants. I will share with you my trellis technique, how I support my vining Hoyas, and essential houseplant care tips for Hoyas. We'll cover trellis types to watering, lighting, and humidity needs. I hope this video helps you enhance your indoor garden or space with Hoyas and help your plants thrive. Trellis or support for small Hoyas is not just to look pretty, but it is essential for their growth. Hoyas are vining plants, and providing a support structure encourages them to grow upwards rather than outwards. This prevents the plant from becoming leggy or tangled, leading to more compact and healthy growth. When Hoyas are trellised properly, the leaves and vines have more space to breathe. Better air circulation reduces your risk of fungal diseases, mold, and other issues associated with poor airflow. Trellising allows Hoyas to grow tall and strong, which can encourage more frequent and abundant blooms. Many Hoya species flower better when their vines have space to climb and extend. Using a trellis helps maximize vertical space, especially if you have limited room. It allows you to create a beautiful vertical garden without taking up too much floor space. A well-supported Hoya can grow in a more controlled and attractive shape. A trellis or support helps showcase the plant's beauty. When choosing a trellis for your Hoya, think about things like the size of the trellis. The trellis should be big enough to support the weight of your plant and let it grow comfortably. Trellises can be made of different materials, including wood, bamboo, or metal. The types you can use for Hoyas include circular wire trellises, bamboo stakes, ladder trellises, and moss poles. I used a mix of DIY wire trellises and bamboo trellises because I like a more natural look. I used wire thick enough for my trellises to prevent it from bending or falling over. Then I wrapped it with jute ties. I don't have to because the wires will be less conspicuous as the plant grows bushier. Until then, the trellises look prettier with jute ties. Let's start to gently wrap a vine around the trellis counterclockwise. This plant is sort of showing me how it wants to grow. See how this vine wraps on the other vine? I'll just follow the same direction when I trellis it. Next is to tie the vine securely with jute ties, but loose enough to allow growth. But you can also use garden clips and Velcro ties. I'm tying away from the nodes and leaves so it doesn't damage the leaves and any new growth from the nodes, and also away from the tips. I'm leaving the ends or tips free so they can still move around, because if they're restricted, it can stop the growth and the tip can dry and die off. I want the tip to be pointing up. And if it's not long enough, I'll just gently lay the vines here, tuck it between the leaves, and use the leaves as sort of an anchor. I will wait for the vines to grow long enough to reach the soil, and then I will bury the nodes under the soil, and in time they will grow roots. It's a great way to propagate or make the plant stronger or sturdier. And here are some of the Hoyas trellised up. And now let's chat about general guide to Hoya plant care. I feel for the soil and water if it feels dry. I water the plant thoroughly until water flows out the bottom of the pot. If the plant is in a decorative container, leave the pot out to dry water completely before returning it back in the decorative container. And I let the soil dry out before watering again. I use tap water directly from the tap occasionally, but most of the time I let it sit for a couple of days before using it. I also use rainwater if it's available, and I have liquid fertilizer mixed in the water in the warmer months. Hoyas thrive in bright indirect light. Ideal spaces indoors are near a window that gets the most filtered light, especially in winter. Remember that harsh direct sunlight can burn the leaves. Adequate light is important to encourage blooming when the plant is mature enough or ready to flower. Ideally, about 12 hours of bright light a day. I used to grow light for my Hoyas in winter to supplement natural light, and I was able to get my Hoya Madil to flower. The plant thrives in fluffy mix. I have most of my Hoyas in their original potting mix. Some are in coco coir or chips, and some in orchid potting soil. With the Hoya cuttings I received, I used my own soil mix. I added coco coir because it can hold water well. There's better moisture retention, but it still allows good air circulation. It looks like I need to repot these plants. You'll see more Hoya content in this channel, and I have the link pinned in the comment section. So far, Hoyas are proving to be some of the easiest plants to grow in my environment. I like to think that I do get better in my plant care, but there's still so much to learn and share when it comes to Hoya care. I hope that this video helped you in your plant journey in a positive way.